Hello, shiny pitchballs hopefuls. Today I want to talk to you about what is going on with Team Clause's inbox strategy. All the gossip, the tea, and the behind the scenes of the messages that are going back and forth between Tomi and I. There is a lot of, I've added a new folder, and should we tag things this way? Should we do it that way? What do you think about this? So what we're doing, well, firstly we need to acknowledge that if you hear those noises, those are my dogs trying to fight down below because they're nightmares. So our strategy was that I was not going to go in and read any of the queries because I had to work. I completely failed at that one. Tomi never made such stupid promises, so she's been reading. We haven't finished reading everything that's come into our inbox as of so far. Right now it's the middle of the night, so nothing else has come in. So what we're doing is each one of us individually are going through, we are reading the query and the first chapter for every single submission, because we know that sometimes queries are hard and people can really struggle with making their query live up to the promise that is found in their story and in their first pages. So if we like the query, we get super excited and jump into the first pages, but either way we read the first pages. We don't necessarily read the whole of the first pages. For instance, I've seen a couple of projects that I'm super excited about, and I literally read maybe 2 pages, and I was like, I don't even need to read anymore because I want to request these fulls. So when you know sometimes. So we're going through and we're marking them as yes Kit or yes Tomi, and maybe Kit and maybe Tomi, and there are very, very few that we might be saying, not exactly sure. But we're not rejecting anything straight out, unless it's something that we actually didn't ask for. So if you sent us a, I don't know, romance, adult romance, or a middle grade thing, or a horror book, and all of those things were not on our wish list, then that's going to be a no. I'm really sorry about that. So I go through and put one label on it to my initial thoughts. Is it a maybe? Is it a yes? Is it a I'm not so sure? Tomi goes through and does the same. If we have got 2 maybes, it goes into the maybe folder. If we have got 2 yeses, it goes into the definitely we're going to request more on this. If one of us has said yes and one of us has said maybe, even if one of us has said yes and the other one has said not sure, it still goes into the we need to think about requesting it. And the person that really loved it will request it and read it. And according to what else we've got on our shortlist, potentially try and convince the other person in the partnership to be like, we need this, you need to read this, it's really good because of these reasons, which is basically what Tomi and I do about all the books we read all the time anyway, so there's no difference there. We decided that we were only going to ask for fulls once the submission window has closed, unless someone gets super excited and sends out a request in the meantime. But technically, look, no promises, okay? I already said I wasn't going to read them and I started reading them. So I don't like people holding me to things that I might have said online on the internet where everything you say lasts forever. I just want to put a little note that if anyone hasn't submitted yet, don't rush, take your time. Polish your submission. No preference is given to submissions that arrive first rather than last. I will still be requesting something that excites me, even if it arrives on the last second of the last day, like I did last year. That's how I submitted things. But if anyone out there has got a young adult fancy and they're not sure about submitting to us, they just don't know for whatever reason, they think I'm too English, or Tomi and I won't like this book because it's got dancing mermaid pixie people, I don't know, with 3 heads, I don't know, send it to us. We want all of the young adult fantasy, and we are hearing some of the mentors talking about certain submissions that they love, and we didn't see those submissions. So I'm not saying that we have fear of missing out, but we definitely have fear of missing out. We have the most amazing submissions in our inbox, and we are super stoked about it. There are easily going into double digits of things that we are going to request to see the fulls on. But by the same token, we want everything, all of the things, all of it now in our inboxes. So if you haven't submitted yet, send to us. Okay guys, may the odds be ever in your favor.